Yes, we're Jackson Independent, and of course, this is Jacob Bryce, Jarrod Coots, myself, Jeff Coots. I'm the Innovation Coordinator for our district and also the Student Legacy lead for them. In the past, we've actually focused on some things with community in our district. We actually put up TVs and things, and we promoted activities and things that are going on in our school and things. But this year, we wanted to step out and go with a whole different direction, and these guys will tell you a little bit about it.
So our first project involving Student Senate was that we created a Google form to collect information on student voice and issues that students felt very strong about. The students polled were between grades 6 and 12, and some of the questions they were asked were, do you feel that your voice is being heard in the school? 37.6% stated that they felt that their voice was being heard, leaving 62% of our student population to say that they believe that their voice was not being heard. This is a major problem for Jackson because we place a huge emphasis on our student voice being heard. Another question focused on, do you believe having a student representative on either the SBDM or Board of Education would help promote student voice? Over 61% felt that it would be a good addition, with an additional 29% stating maybe. Students want their voice not only to be heard, but to have an effect on their education. From the information, we approached our principal and discussed the formulation of a student senate that would provide voice not only to her, but also to the SBDM. From that meeting, she stated that she would like to start working on a student senate that was comprised of 2 members from each grade level, 9 through 12 this year, and would add middle grades next year. We also asked her how she would like to get the students elected. She stated having them do a vote and that we could set up how we wanted to conduct the election. After meeting with the other ARI members, we concluded that we would create an election, give students around a week or more to campaign, and then have students from grades 9 through 12 vote for 2 candidates from each high school grade. Students would also have to sign in and then go to the Google form where they would select the 2 students they wanted to vote for from each grade. The students from each grade with the highest numbers would then be put on the council. We actually just finished our election yesterday and posted the results on the holler as well as our TVs that we have around the school. Ms. Rourke will now meet with the new members in the month of November. In addition to this, we worked with her on getting a member on the SBDM council. After a few discussions, they decided that Maddie Smoot, our ARI junior member, would be best suited for serving this year, and that she would also run the student senate meetings and report to the SBDM on the issues that the students voiced.
Our second goal is student safety. Schools are soft targets because they are so unprotected, and with more than 187,000 students exposed to gun violence since Columbine, a statement that has caused major change in all the school systems around the nation. So we asked ourselves, what can we do to help our district to increase the safety for all students? And so we included several questions in our survey that included items that focused on safeties. Questions like, do you feel safe in our school? 88% said that they did. What are some things that our school can improve on to increase safety for everyone? Here were the top suggestions. To increase security, require staff to wear ID badges, install metal detectors, and install additional cameras. From this, we felt that we could possibly tackle the usage of staff-created ID badges and guest passes. From this, it would increase safety for everyone, make visitors stand out, and can be used for additional things that would help promote safety. In addition to wearing badges, we would work with our students in classes to inform them on what they would do if they saw individuals without wearing badges. We just received our ID system, and getting it set up and getting people trained on how to use the equipment so that we can start creating the staff ID badges. We also purchased multiple color cards as well that we will be using to identify visitors in our building. In addition to this, we will be working with our building and ground coordinator and principal to ensure what type of data will be recorded on the cards. We feel that safety of all students is priority for all schools, and if we can help this, we should.
So going back to what they were talking about, voice is major in their school. I mean, students, basically that's your crop, that's your customers. And you're trying to make sure they're happy, they feel safe. And we felt these two things that they talked about were really important that we need to actually focus on. And like he said, just a little bit, if we can help make it a little bit more safe, we've done our part. And I think that's the same thing in all schools. We want to make it safe, and we also want to have student voice. But again, coming back to the elections, we've never done anything like this. We want to actually simulate a kid going to the polling booths. And I think that's something that we need to make sure our kids can do and understand that process. And another thing that we're actually going to have, which is going to happen probably next week, is that our representatives or people that are running for election will be coming in. And they'll see that process. So November the 6th, get out and vote. And that's one thing, it's your voice. The same thing as them. It was their voice that elected the members that will now serve as the voice for our school. Are there any questions?